Quora Reads. What is the nastiest, filthiest thing, or person, or event, or living space you have encountered? Brian David Perry. Here I am after moving into my condo on the golf course. All the shaved area is bald now, as if I predicted its demise. I moved into a nice condo on a golf course, and an elderly lady lived 2 condos down. The neighbors were upset as she just put her trash outside the front door, and the skunks and coyotes were going through it every night. She rarely ever left her place, and Meals on Wheels delivered her food. She never answered her door and told folks to go away. I brought my folks' little palm to her door and people, and she opened for me, and I talked with her and noticed that she had old wet newspapers on the lids of her oven, which was turned on to full and was a major fire hazard. I asked to throw them out and turn on the oven as it made the place hot, and she let me in, and I cleaned all the dishes and got all the overflowing kitchen trash thrown out, as she played with the little palm, Debbie. Her refrigerator was packed with spoiled food, and the water catch was overflowed with the veggies' green slime. And the cupboards had mice and cockroaches scattering around as I disturbed them from months of secrecy. Books and dirty clothes were in piles with narrow paths to travel through each room. The bathroom was horrible, and one bathroom was closed and had junk and clothes piled in front, as she said the toilet is stopped up, and she doesn't use it. I could see full bottles of prescriptions in bags, and unopened mail and packages, too. She used the sink out on her patio to hand wash the clothes, as the rest were dirty and moldy. The ceiling was caving in from a flood in the top condo, and one bedroom was just books and junk, and the old plates of half-eaten food. The mice were in big colonies. I moved a trash bag, and they squealed. The roaches were huge and all over the plates, and then I saw small cockroaches, as they had a fine breeding ground in that smelly room. I noticed a big green gopher snake with a full belly curled in a corner, too. Yuck. I had to open some windows to breathe and vent the foul odor, and could tell they were never opened for years. The outside patio utility room was bare, and no washer and dryer as most folks had, but behind the clusters of boxes was a feral cat mom and a bunch of kittens. The door wouldn't close from the junk, so the cat could come and go. I asked her if she had kids or relatives. She said her kids never call her or come around, and they are busy living their lives. I begged her for their phone numbers or addresses, and she found a son's phone number, and it was back east somewhere. He never returned my frequent calls or messages. I spent my weekends trying to help her clean out, but she was not cooperative in throwing out the junk. The open windows full foul odors brought complaints from all the neighbors. The county social office came to talk with her, but she refused to open the door. Same with police on welfare checks. She talked to them through the dirty screens, as the window was warped and I couldn't close it. Her health was very bad, and I feared for her safety, and one Saturday I saw a few cars in front of her place and many county people from 2 different departments. And he asked me to get her to open the door, as it was critical. So I got the palm again, and she trusted me and opened up, and these people converged and took her to a county facility and condemned her condo with a sign and tape. And I felt horrible, as she gave me a hurt look as they escorted her to a medical van, and she asked me why I don't care about her anymore, and how could I betray her like this. I ran inside my condo to hide my crying, shameful face. I was in a blue funk for a week, and tried to visit her with Debbie the Palm, but the county social worker said she was in critical condition and became comatose. I received a call from the county that she had died, and they needed some relatives' names and info. I gave them the son's number and name. I felt so low for bringing this on her, and my regret was profound. A month later, a hazard waste team emptied out the condo, and the repair construction crews descended. And I saw a man, around my age, by the dumpster, going through boxes, and many neighbors were watching the final cleanup and gathered in the front parkway. My fine neighbors came over to me and told me not to feel bad as I tried to help her and did what I could. I heard the man by the dumpster tell some construction worker what he wanted to be fixed first, and I asked him who he was. I am her son. My name is blank blank. Why, what's it to you? I got into a rage, and my neighbor held me back as I was going to smash this bee with my fists. I said very loud for all to hear that you are a vile opportunist POS that only comes by your mother's place to pick the bones. What a despicable son and a disgrace and effer. She needed you and suffered, and so did these people because of you, self-centered cockroach. He shuffled off to his car, and the next day I saw the daughter with him, making the plans to fix and sell the condo and split the money. Their mom's name was Hattie. I found out a little of the story Hattie. When her husband died, she trusted her 2 kids to tend to his affairs and investments and such, and she ended up losing their home they built and had to move into the condo which she bought when they were inexpensive. She cut off the son and daughter from all of the family business and money, and they boycotted her. Much of her personal jewelry and things disappeared. Sounds like my sibling from hell. Brian David Perry. On the bright side, after the condo was renovated and sold and rented, a nice Dutch couple moved in, and we were steadfast friends, and they cooked some killer Euro meals, and I barbecued some Americana too. And I got a big kick bringing them to San Onofre nude beach just 5 minutes away. And they loved it and were regulars there, meeting me there as I surfed the great beach break and reefs, with the trunks, of course. Jane Patton. You would have felt so much worse had you left her there to die. She was terminal, and had you not intervened, she would have died in the condo, and the odor would have alerted yourself or someone, and when it was all said and done, you would have wondered why you had never reached out to her. You gave her a friend, someone who cared in her final days. Please remember the good you did. God bless you. Julie Gates. Well, you tried, Brian. You were the only person that helped her. Kristen Wesley Sheridan. You did the right thing. The fact that you cared enough to help her at all shows what a good person you are. John Pummel. Sadly, there are lots of families like that. There are people in long-term care or nursing homes where no one ever visits them. Getting old is no fun. Terry Parker. So glad she trusted your kindness. I know the outcome wasn't what you expected, but you showed her someone cared and had helped her beyond most. You're a very unselfish person. I thank you for that. You went above and beyond, showing your true self. Your thoughts?